So about a week ago, I got smashed in the face during my Monday night basketball game. And I ended up having 2 of my teeth knocked out of place and 3 others loosened. There's a lot of blood involved, but luckily, after a lot of brute force, they're back in position. And today I want to talk about the experience, the lessons I've learned from this experience. Let's get into it. So the first thing I learned from this experience is that God is good. He gave me peace in this situation when I thought I was going to be really worried and anxious the whole time. When I finally realized what was happening, I asked God to give me peace and to have His hand in this situation. And the whole thing ended up going smoothly and I had peace the whole time. When life smashes you in the face like it did to me, just ask God to give you peace and to have His hand in this situation. And trust me, He will give you peace and the situation will go smoothly. He also sets things up perfectly, because the appointment I had before this happening, I was actually hoping to get my braces off. I had them on for a bit over 2 years, so I was really praying to God that they would come off, and the ortho ended up saying that they wanted to close this tiny gap that I did not notice, and neither did my parents, so they ended up wanting to close that, and I was really annoyed at first. But it wasn't until this experience that I learned that God was actually setting things up for the good. Because if I hadn't have had my braces on, I probably would have had a few of my teeth knocked out, and that would have been way worse than what actually happened. So yeah, through this whole situation, I knew that God was using it for His glory, and that there was going to be a miracle, and there was. So don't ever think that God's ignoring you. In this situation, when I was praying that my braces would be taken off, if He had have said yes, I probably would not be smiling like this to you today. But He said to just wait, and I am very thankful for this answer, because God always knows best in every circumstance, and He is always watching over you. So the second thing I learned from this experience is don't complain. When life happens, when life smashes you in the face like it did to me, the worst thing you can do to yourself is panic. Instead, try to be more stoic and keep your emotions inside and deal with the situation in a more mature way. So I got a quote from a guy named Marcus something or other, his last name starts with A. I'll leave it in the description if you want to see it. But it goes like this: if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So basically what he's saying is to not focus on the things that are out of your control, because that's just going to stress you out and not make anything better at all, but instead focus on what is in your control, and that includes your emotions and how you react to the situation. Instead of worrying about what's happened, think of the things that you've learned from this experience and how it's made you wiser. And remember again that the Lord is always watching over you and He wants the best for you, so trust in His love. So the third and final thing I learned from this experience is closely related to productivity, and that is you need to be flexible. So being organized is great and all, don't get me wrong, but if you're too organized and if your plan is narrowed down to the tiniest detail, when life hits you down, your productivity system is going to go down with you and everything is going to go crazy. And don't make the mistake of sticking to your plans and schedules religiously, because when life happens and when things come up that you don't expect, that's when you get knocked down. Don't let the systems that you put in place to help you end up hurting you in the long run. When life happens, you want your systems to help you get up again. You don't want them to be shouting a million deadlines and reminders at your face. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment below if you've had an experience like this. I'd love to hear your stories. And you can subscribe here or binge watch my channel if you feel like doing so. But yes, apart from that, I will see you in the next video. God bless.